At roughly 2:30 a.m. on November 1st, the world stood still as Say Cheese TV reported, "Rest in peace, Takeoff." A close source confirmed to us that it was over a dice game in Houston. Now, with this quickly starting to trend on Twitter, everybody sat and waited for other news outlets to report the incident to see if this was true or false. Now, it wasn't long until footage and text messages were released proving that Takeoff did sadly pass away. We even then saw TMZ report to confirm Migos rapper Takeoff sadly passed at the age of 28. Now, as this was trending,
hey man, rest in peace, Takeoff, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the Migos, bro. Cause it seemed like, it ain't no more Migos. You know what I'm saying? You only got Quavo and Offset, and they ain't did nothing together in a minute. You know what I'm saying? That I can recall. So rest in peace, man, to Takeoff, and rest in peace to the Migos, man. I miss them boys, man. Real talk.
Worldwide on Twitter, witnesses at the scene started posting footage and photos trying to get their sliver of clout from such a tragic incident. Due to that, we were able to piece together on how Takeoff truly passed away. Leave a like on the video if you're a Takeoff fan. I'm curious how many fans are watching today. Now at 2:30 a.m., Quavo and Takeoff were attending a get-together at a shopping center and bowling alley in Houston, Texas, alongside many close friends as well as music industry workers such as Jay Prince. Outside of the bowling alley called 810 Billiards in Bowling, Houston, there was up to 50 people at this location, standing around in a circle, watching 4 to 6 people take turns playing each other in games of dice. Now, reports state that Migos rapper Quavo was one of the 50.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out why people are shooting dice when they got millions of dollars. Like, what we been? 100,000 a roll? I mean, golly, bro. Some stuff you just gotta leave alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you got to just chill on. Cause everybody know, back in the hood, back in the traps, anything like that, you know what I'm saying? If you was rolling dice, shooting dice, whatever, it got real. It got real. And it still can get real. Just because you got money don't mean it can't get real. You know what I'm saying?
Men watching people play. Some reports even state that Quavo was playing dice against the man that he got into a heated argument with, but that is false. Now, the individual Quavo was having a yelling match with remains nameless at the time of this recording, as this individual was calling out Quavo for how he played during a celebrity basketball game just a few days prior in this incident.
Okay.
Witnesses at the scene claim Quavo was starting to say things back to this man, raising his tone as well, as there's TMZ footage that shows the moments leading up to the passing, where Quavo is seen arguing with this mysterious man about basketball. Meanwhile, Takeoff is a few feet behind him.
Not to throw it out subject, but I ain't gonna cap, man. Quavo kind of smooth with, you know what I'm saying, on the court. You feel me? No cap, man. I don't watch the few, you know what I'm saying? He might have had a bad game or whatnot, but my boy kind of smooth on it. But back to the video, my fault.
Minding his own business, not even saying a word. Now, once Quavo was done with this individual and had enough, he started walking away. That's where TMZ footage reveals the man he was arguing with goes after Quavo, trying to hit him, and this is when Takeoff walks a few steps forward to get into the mix. Now, Takeoff allegedly ran up to help Quavo, where there was out of nowhere firearms being used in this mosh pit of 50 people. A firearm was then used 10 times in the area, and with the sounds of firearms being used, the 50 lump sum of people started sprinting away in all different directions.
And you got 50 people standing around just because the fight break off. You mean tell me we gotta go get, you know what I'm saying, so they're gonna take you up out of here? Like, come on, man. It wasn't that deep. I wouldn't think it was that deep, but it went that deep because that's why we here right now. You know what I'm saying?
Ducking for cover, hopping over benches and chairs, and running out of the mall doors. Meanwhile, sadly, Takeoff is seen on the floor of the mall with Quavo standing right beside him. Now, sources mention this is Quavo's fault, but do not listen to any of that nonsense at all. Eyewitnesses say Takeoff was affected by two strays as he was just standing there minding his own business. Also, while this was going down and everyone was running away, Quavo stood his ground and stayed beside Takeoff the entire time. He didn't even flinch or attempt to leave him. He stood by his brother until the end. So don't put any blame on Quavo whatsoever. Now, police...
And I know in this video he say that's his brother, but Quavo is Takeoff uncle. You know what I'm saying? His real uncle. You know what I'm saying? If you look at him, you might be like, okay, you know, you might think Takeoff is the oldest, but nah, you know what I'm saying? Quavo is Takeoff uncle. And Offset is just a friend. You know what I'm saying? They've been friends since, you know what I'm saying, I think 6th grade or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they grew up together, you know what I'm saying? But yes, Quavo is Takeoff uncle, not his brother.
Quickly arrived to the scene of the crime. They cleared out the area and tried everything to help Takeoff in the process, but sadly it wasn't enough. Now, during this incident, it was documented there was 2 people using firearms. One's been confirmed to be from Takeoff and Quavo's side. Here's what I found after many hours of research. So for the Halloween holiday, Quavo and Takeoff were rolling with a driver that was driving them around all day, as well as a man named Migo Bands. Now, on an Instagram story, you'll see Migo Bands sitting in the back seat of their vehicle, and it's seen in all of their Instagram posts throughout the night. Now, here is where it gets very strange. When the argument breaks out between Quavo and the other man, yelling starts breaking out, and someone just so happens to start recording at the perfect time. Now, once his recording starts, you see Migo Bands walking towards the lump sum of 50 people. You can tell it's him due to his hat, chain, as well as the Gucci backpack that he's wearing. Now, the camera cuts away and then returns to Migo Bands. When getting closer to the group of people, you can see him pulling a firearm out of his waistband, and then a few seconds later in the video you hear a firearm being used. Now, notice here in the screenshots the backpack as well as the single chain he's wearing. It's the same outfit, chains, and backpack as he is in the vehicle. Now, this actually connects perfectly to what a witness posted about what they saw at the scene of the crime. Here's a female named Elizabeth who was at the scene when it went down. She was at the mall with a group of friends and was kind of sitting in the back where everyone was. Now, she tweeted just hours after the incident occurred, "I'ma speak on this because I feel like I got to. I was right there next to Takeoff. They wasn't arguing about a dice game. Quavo was pressed and Takeoff was then hit by strays as firearms were used for no reason. Rest in peace, Takeoff. He didn't deserve that. He was to himself the whole night." Now, this tweet also had text messages attached to it. People are assuming it's her boyfriend that was standing in the pile of men playing dice. That has not been confirmed though. Now, the text messages read, "Firearms just started ringing, but they were coming from somebody the Migos was with. He was using his firearm wild and hit Takeoff on accident. Then the other people started using their firearms back, and I think he got hit again. But ultimately, it was his own guys who did."
So Eden sat there and let off in a crowd of people, you know what I'm saying? Just because, I mean, and he don't look like no small dude, bro. He look like, you know what I'm saying? Dang, those some power hits enough, you feel me? Knock a few out if need be, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't had to go to weapons, you know what I'm saying, man? Because we did lose 1/3 of the Migos, man. And, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were headed towards the being legends, man, you know what I'm saying? As a group legend, you know what I'm saying? And now we ain't got Takeoff with us. You feel me? Offset, he basically, they wasn't even talking at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why all of them wasn't there. Because, you know what I'm saying, Quavo and Takeoff, they was beefing basically with Offset. Offset was with Cardi B, you know what I'm saying, you know, doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, and it's just a sad situation that it seemed like as soon as they split up and started doing, you know what I'm saying, going their separate ways, that we end up losing one of the Migos, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I wish they would have, you know, never separated anyway. You know what I'm saying? Kept the group together. You feel me? Like, real talk, man. Rest in peace, man. Takeoff, man.
It to him, because when he got hit the first time, I just saw him. Quavo was mad over some small stuff. It really wasn't worth it. Takeoff was the coolest and quietest guy in that room the whole time. He wasn't even saying a word, just chilling in the cut. He didn't even know what was going on. He just jumped and got it. Houston for sure is about to be a no-fly zone because the M's are supposed to be protecting these artists. Now in that text messages, it claims everything perfectly to what I stated earlier, and that it was most likely Takeoff's man that affected him in this situation. Now just wait, however, here's where it connects even more. Another bystander at the incident did an exclusive interview with popular YouTuber Storm Monroe. Now she stated during this little get-together event at the mall, it was set up by Jay Prince Jr. Now she stated it's a very standard line. If you want to hang out with Jay Prince Jr. and go to one of his events, there is massive security checks that you need to pass before being entered. Now his security checks every single person that comes to an event. Not one single illegal item such as a firearm can get near Jay. However, the only ones allowed with firearms are the people that protect him and the people that protect his guests that they invite themselves, aka the Migos. Now having Takeoff's boy Migo Bands have a firearm is technically very likely, as he's most likely not only there to hang out, but also protect Quavo and Takeoff.
Right.
So when you really think about it, him being in his situation where he sees Quavo getting into an argument where there's yelling involved with a random individual he may not know, him pulling out his firearm as seen in video is pretty likely. Now the Takeoff passing...
Yeah, man, I mean, it makes sense that you would come, you know what I'm saying, to try to, you know what I'm saying, protect somebody and you know, ride with somebody in case something pop off, you feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. But golly, man, like, well, I guess if you in a situation and you kind of know how things finna go, you know what I'm saying, you might be like, shh, I'm finna up it before they up it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, it's like, dang, bro, when y'all got so much money, you wouldn't even think that, you know what I'm saying, stuff can go to that type of situation, you know what I'm saying? So it just crazy to me, man, because I feel like I would rather, you know what I'm saying, folks been getting knocked out, you know what I'm saying? Got their teeth, you know what I'm saying? Then you could have went and got the veneers or something like that, you know what I'm saying? We still might, the world might would have known, but at least we wouldn't be out of one of our Migos, man. And I'm gonna keep saying that, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have been out of one of our peoples, you feel me? It's just, you know, that's how I feel about it.
Was obviously not expected. Rappers in the industry started sharing love for him, such as Rich the Kid, posting this on Instagram. Today, I lost more than a brother, my twin, my best friend, everything. I don't want to believe it, I can't. The most humble person I know, we used to share clothes and shoes before we made it, no problem. I miss you. Already, you didn't deserve that. I can't stop crying. I love you so much, bro, forever. This then even led into Drake posting on Instagram, I got the best memories of all of us seeing the world together and bringing light to every city we touch. That's what I'll focus on for now. Rest easy, Spaceman Take. Now, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for everything in this case. I'll even get the court files next.
Yeah, man, that was just a little short video, man, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's more to the story that, you know what I'm saying, that was explained and was told on down the road, you know what I'm saying, but depending on the likes, you know what I'm saying, in the comments, man, I'm gonna go ahead and drop, react to another video, which would be basically part 2 of this, you know what I'm saying, which is gonna prove that, you know what I'm saying, there was a lot more going on than what's being told and what's being said, man, you know what I'm saying. But this is Jackpot's reaction, and I appreciate y'all for riding with me, man, you know what I'm saying. Like, comment, subscribe to the video, and until next video, I'm out.